a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Patriots have it at the 2. Woodhead's going to look for a gap, and finally on play 14, they score. Patriots up by a touchdown. Third down at the 14. Goodwin's found on the quick pass, and he capped off the long drive with the TD. Lions tie it up at 7. Third down from the 40. Over the middle, Matthew Stafford completing the pass, and he ends up at the 19-yard line before he stopped on the play. Sticking with the same drive, he stays up the middle on the run, and this 5-play drive goes for a touchdown. That puts them up by a touchdown. Midway through the second quarter, here the defense will come up with the pick. Ansah's in position, and he's the one who comes away with the ball. Offense on the field now after the INT. The catch is made after a quick pass, and this will go all the way for a touchdown. That puts them on top by 14. Lions with the ball late in the half. The pass is completed into tight coverage, and he caps off the 6-play drive with the score. The Lions up now by 21.
Okay, Larry, a fairly one-sided first half as we get set to go in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And as the numbers show, last week good, this week not as good. My question to you, you ready?
Yes, please hit me.
Why?
Because last week, he was able to find the seams in defenses, and the ball was delivered before a second guy could get there and make a play on it. This week, those seams aren't even there. The coverage has been really tight. The second guy's arrived early. Not a chance for him to get the ball into those tight openings. 3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
An expecting pass. To throw is Stafford. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So they will go for it. Stafford. And he connects with Ebron. And the nifty hurdle allows him to snag the extra yardage for the first before the tackle. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll run it now out of the gun. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
An extra corner on the field for New England here on 3rd down.
Yeah, another DB. Back to throw, Stafford. And he's got his man, that's Landry. And he eventually goes down, but not before reaching the 30-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down. Well, that's the desired outcome coming out here in the second half of being able to run the football and establish a little bit of pace and maybe even a bit of dominance at the line of scrimmage. And they want that to continue. Way too early to think about this being ball control time. But the way they're running it, you got to think they may want to continue that and see if they can go ahead and grind their opponents into submission.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
The insistence of speed at every position is really seen at the defensive end spot. These guys in the old days were often outside linebackers. They just pushed them forward because they wanted to play fast and get to the quarterback or the running backs quicker than ever before. You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Their big tight end, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Lions add on to their lead.
Well, this is really simple. Let's just say it. This
is blocked.
Now.
And all the defense has it. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Taking too long with the kick.
I remember when they changed the rule, and there was a lot of
windup takes
consternation,
an hour.
especially coming from the kickers. Okay,
It shouldn't
how's
even
this
take
going
10
to
minutes.
affect things, having to kick a longer one now, much more of a field goal attempt, and the defensive guys saw it as an opportunity to get more block.
That's exactly right. There's more effort now.
Actually,
Before,
shouldn't
when it
even
was
take
snapped
a minute.
down near the goal line, you would basically see guys just stand there.
Yeah, not anymore. Now, those guys are going after it because not only can they knock it away and change a little bit of momentum,
And get 2
they
points.
can pick it up and take it back for 2 points.
Now Garoppolo. And Braith, the tight end's got it. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And a dump off to White. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll run with White. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. 10 yards still left on 2nd down. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense.
Yes.
What a big-time play there.
Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And it's 3rd down. And the offense looking to pick up the 1st down after the 2nd down incompletion.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
And he'll just toss it
Should have been
away.
a sack.
So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Yes.
And he didn't quite have the
Touchback.
backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. And Detroit getting set to go now. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. And with this guy, I don't know that you're surprised when he has back-to-back games like this. He just keeps excelling.
What I like about him is that every year, he doesn't settle for being one of the best in the game. He tries to make himself better. Almost like those great basketball players. I remember hearing about Kobe Bryant wanting to add something to his game every offseason. Magic Johnson, what do I need to work on to get better? Michael Jordan had that fadeaway before his career was over. Those are the best. Even though they're at the top of their game, they find ways to get better.
8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Simple slant route, and part of a really nice hard throw by the quarterback.
Nice timing between the quarterback and the receiver. They were perfectly in sync, and he put it right on him on the inside route.
Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. He usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. They'll come out in the pistol. So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd. It only took Stafford 90 games to hit 25,000 yards in his career, fastest ever, and he adds to that yardage total there.
I'm not sure anyone in the league has a more confident arm than Matthew Stafford does. He can wait until they're actually
the 3rd
open
money
before
quarter.
delivering,
Here we are.
as opposed to anticipating them being open because of the strength of his arm, and he doesn't mind showing it off.
3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 3 down, 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down, check.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. A whole bevy of Patriots there that time to bring him down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. He finds Beckham complete. 11 yards on the pickup, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
Not only is a slant route really difficult to cover, it's a real staple play for an offense on a 4th down because it's a quick-hitting play. Get the ball in the hands of the quarterback right to the receiver.
And the receiver has to be ready because that thing's coming on a rope.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And he's going to take it in for a Lions
second touchdown.
A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Lions have got it on cruise control. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Patriots. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
That throw good for 4. It's second down. And as these numbers show, last week, great game. This week, not the case.
And sometimes it's not just as simple as throwing the football. It's the rhythm of the game, managing it, being in sync with your teammates. Last week, everything was coming together really well. We're not seeing that so far in this one.
No, unfortunately not at all for him. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. So a costly penalty and now a tougher third down situation.
Hang on. We obviously got in the bag, but just hang on.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. And
Yes.
incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. Here's Ryan Allen now as he's on to punt for New England.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
And yet another shitty punt.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over first and 10. The New England defense gearing up to take the field. And with this deficit, let's be honest, it's time for them to get a stop.
And partners, you understand very well from our time together and visiting with coaches, defensive coordinators tend to be a little more emotional, a little more high-strung than others.
They are.
I have a feeling that speech came out about taking a stand and bowing up in this possession.
Yeah, that's where this word pride comes out, right?
In a big way.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage. And that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
Call it a gain of 10, and they pick up the first.
Well, I'd say that run's pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, this offensive line has controlled the line of scrimmage, giving them time to throw it, run it, do whatever they wanted. That's why there are points up on the board. And right now, the psyche of the offense, we're in control, and we can do whatever we feel like doing out here on the field.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead, first down, fourth quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
2-minute warning. Just get it done.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, first and 10.
Hey, one set. Check.
On first down, it's Stafford. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down. Second down here after the incomplete pass. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Come on.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. On 4th down, Stafford. And this will be caught. And
It
the
was
carnage
enough
continues. It's another touchdown.
to keep the gravy train
There's
rolling.
no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right?
No.
I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's
doing-
belting it out right
She's
now.
going. She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Here's Stafford.
Yes.
And he's got it here for the 2 points, but
But
there is a
flag.
marker down, so we'll have to see what that's about.
Holding offense.
Fucking really.
So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag. No move for the kicker. They'll still go for 2, this time from the 12. Stafford's going to try and throw for it. That's caught at the 2. And he will not make it to the goal line. As
I gave
his
it a
try
try.
for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one.
Yes,
Nowhere to go here. He
fumble.
lost the football. And a costly
Yes.
turnover there as the ball
can
will be
get it
spotted
back.
first and goal at the 5-yard line. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. They take over with great field position. They've got the big lead. Most would say they should kneel it, but the key word there is should. You never know here.
You never know. That's the exact play that should happen. But some people like stats. You know, some people like to put more things up on the board, but kneel down is usually the right play here.
We'll see what they do in this situation. They'll give it to him right up the gut.
Yes!
He will get
Hat
into
trick!
the end zone.
Yes!
It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know they're playing people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. So the Patriots coming out now. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out
Yeah,
here.
use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a
And a
great
penalty
look at that
against them,
scoreboard.
probably.
Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
You're not going to want that feeling again.
no, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue line it. Blue line.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. So the incomplete pass brings up second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. The wideout, Chris Hogan, the intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down.
They're not even doing jack shit with this drive.
So third and
They're just
15
trying
and
to
an extra
just
defensive
end
back
it.
in the game now.
Flooding the passing lanes.
To throw is Garoppolo.
Ah, I should have intercepted it.
Incomplete. The tight end Cameron Brate was the target. And it's fourth down. Here's Ryan Allen now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Landry now on the return.
Whoosh.
Beautiful.
A good return there, 17 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. the practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
21.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
There we go, D. That's the way to hit.
And barring something unforeseen, this will be the last play of the game.
Winner, chicken
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's
dinner.
another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They
Yes.
can't help but feel great about themselves, can they?
54
what
to
a game to
7.
put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Detroit,
What
it's
a
back-to-back
blowout.
victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. Meanwhile, for New England, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time.
Oh, they already have a bye? Damn. The one touchdown that they got, and that was the only touchdown that they got, and they scored first. And we just finished it.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us
Lordy.
out at easports.com.
What a shutdown.
And with that, we say so long from Foxborough.
Damn. Total yards 508. Their yards 169. Complete shutdown. They scored that one and we're like, alright, that's enough, you're done. And then just toss the rest. Damn, almost 150 rushing yards too. Shit. Damn. Alright, I'm going to end this here. Thank you all for watching. We will see y'all in week 4 as we play the San Francisco.